Yeah, I thought we did what we should do to a team that was, not our caliber football team. They've had some injuries. Early in the season, I thought they played some people really tough. And, this time of year, sometimes you're starting to get down. And I know they had a bunch of guys in the secondary that were banged up. And, I think a couple guys on offense, too. But, I thought we did a really good job. It was great to get some of those young guys in the game. We were down a couple tight ends, and we put some, guys in and got a lot more snaps than they normally do, and they did a really good job. I think KJ, coming in as that third back, you can see how explosive he is, and I think he's a guy that, as the season wears on, I know there's only 2 games left in the regular season, but he's going to continue to help us. That Jeremiah was on point, looked really good. It was great getting great getting Yedidiah Lewis back. Best receiver in the history of this conference. And when you go a month without him, a lot of other guys had to step up, and they did that. I thought the defense played really well. Gave up one big play. Those wideouts could run. Gave up one big play. And then, the first deep, pretty much was lights out all day. So I think we have an outstanding defensive line. Getting PJ the ability to play tackle and end and move him all over the place just makes us so much deeper, because now we can move guys around. And, I think this defense is going to keep on getting better, and that's going to be good for all of us, once this regular season's over, because we have plans on playing for a while. So.
Yeah, do you talk about how great it is just to be back involved in the offense on the team after missing a few games there with an injury?
I mean, it's good to be back, It's just great to be back. Seeing those guys on the field, from missing the past few games, it was a great feeling just being out there, just seeing them. From the past couple of weeks that I've missed, I've been wanting to be out there with those guys, but, I do all I can. So I'll be on the sideline just coaching them up, telling them what looks to look for, and just coaching up the young ones, So it's just great being out there, Briscoe is passing it a little bit more down the middle since I've been back now. So, I just been wanting to get the ball and, just, put in for the team, contribute. That's what I've been missing out on, just contributing with the guys.
Sitting him for a month was hard, but it got to the point where we knew that was the only alternative, because it wasn't fair to him that he kept on going out there and trying to work through his hamstring. And, we probably shouldn't have played him against Central Arc. But after that Central Arc game, that's when we started to say, we really need to start sitting him down. Mm-hmm. And, the month has been great. I mean, he is now full speed. He's the Yeti of, the greatest receiver in the history of this conference. That's the Yeti we have back now. So that makes us pretty dangerous with Davion Davis and Nathan Stewart, along with Yedidiah Lewis. We have 3 All-American receivers, and we have a guy who can get him the ball. The exciting thing is I think the run game's starting to come along now, too. And so that all coming together and gelling, is going to be good for us as we continue the season.
Coach, can you just talk about y'all's success in stopping the run defensively today? I know at one point in the third quarter they had something like negative 17 yards rushing, and really all game y'all had some success defensively.
Well, we work so hard on our run fits, and I really, like I said earlier, I think we have one of the best defensive lines I've ever been around. And I had a team in 2010 that led the nation in defense. So I think this is a really impressive defensive line. Again, like I said earlier, PJ gives us so many options with what we can do with our defense. Just took Chris Thornton now, played him outside as a defensive end, and that's probably the best fit for him. Couldn't do it earlier because we didn't have all the pieces of the puzzle. Khalil coming back's been a big help for us. So now all of a sudden we are really deep on the defensive line, and we can throw a lot of cats at you. And again, the big guy, one of the best defensive players I've ever seen, not only just coached, ever seen. He just makes so many things work because put him at nose, put him at 3, put him at the 7, put him at the 9, doesn't really matter. He can play any of those spots, and so you can mix and match your personnel. So when you got a player that caliber and you can do those things with him, it leads to good things, and we've done a really good job stopping the run.
Coach, what has PJ Hall meant to your program?
Well, I got here, and I don't think anyone knew, the guys who were here before us, and when we got here, we didn't know what PJ was really all about until, first, second, or third practice of spring ball. My defensive line coach, who's been with me everywhere I've ever coached, Phil Petit, goes, we got a special one, and he's a redshirt freshman, and wow, this kid's going to be, he's going to be a superstar. He's going to be an All-American. He's going to be one of the greats ever to play. And that was back when he was a redshirt. He was a true freshman going to be a redshirt freshman. So it didn't take us long, or my defensive line coach, who I think is one of the best that I've ever been around, Phil Petit, didn't take him long to see that this kid was really, really special. And like I said, we've asked him to put some weight on. We've asked him to play all 4 spots. I don't know if that's good for him in terms of maybe someday at the next level, but I know this in terms of us trying to win a national championship, that was the best thing for us to do. And, he didn't blink. It was like, that's what you want me to do? Let's go. Let's go play inside. And so what we've found is that he's equally as effective outside also. So it gives us a chance to mix and match a lot of different personnel groups with him.
Jeremiah, just against a team that hung with you guys for the entire game last year, how important was it to get off to a fast start like you did in the first quarter today?
Yeah, I mean, it's huge. That's something that we try and do every week. We script our first 12 plays, and it's trying to get as many points on the board as fast as we can and get rolling. Establish everything we want to do, whether it's motions and all that stuff. But I thought we played really well early on. We hit a little lull there. I think in the second quarter, maybe got a little complacent a little bit. Had a couple MAs. But other than that, we bounced right back and continued rolling. I mean, offensive line did an unbelievable job again in the run game. I thought our running backs, Corey, Remus, and KJ. I mean, and then even Jordan Brown there coming in late. I thought they all played really well. Our receivers, I mean, they weren't going to give up a lot of deep shots. Got the one early, but other than that, it was our receivers making plays after the catch, and a lot of that's having this guy back who's pretty special. So it was a good win. Yeah, I haven't met him before.
PJ, I'm not sure you're aware of this, but today you tied the NCAA tackles for loss record. What does that mean to you?
It's a incredible feeling. I know there's a lot of great players that's been playing in FCS, so being able to tie the record is incredible. But I'm trying to do what I got to do to break the record and do what helps the team.
So give me the record he broke. In FCS?
Yes.
Wow. What was the number?
80.
Wow.
I mean, it's the same thing when he broke the Southland records, for yardage and reception. I don't think anyone, we didn't really even know. Same thing with this guy. And, when you got special players like that, think about the records these 3 guys have. It's pretty amazing. Got these 3 guys all on the same team. It really is.
You broke out some dashes in the locker room.
I thought I did okay.
It was a little rusty.
No,
Put
I
the
thought I did
glasses
okay.
on today too.
I
It
even
was
broke
good.
out the sunglasses, yeah. I probably should have told the kids you can't send that in social media. We'll scare away some recruits, I'm afraid. But, no, I mean, you work so hard all week long, and we demand a lot of our kids. There's a consistency that we want every day when we come to this facility. And so that's why you do this. You get a chance to spend some time in there and just have some fun with them. And it was a lot of fun. And again, we're really happy the way we played, and we're really pleased that a lot of young guys got a chance to play. And now we're going to enjoy this one till 4 o'clock tomorrow, and then we're going to bring the guys in and get after it.
Coach, when the rankings came out Thursday, the reaction?
I really didn't have any. There's still a bunch of football to play. I learned last year you never can tell how this thing's all going to shake out. I think the single most important thing for us, I think this is the way the kids feel too, is that we just need to keep on getting better. We can't really control the other stuff, but all we can do is control us getting better. And the way we're starting to play defensively, and then the way we're starting to click back on offense, I mean, that was a heck of an opponent we beat on the road last week. And then the week before that, we, could have had 80 or 90 on the board. We could have 80 or 90 on the board this week. I mean, we're starting to hit on all cylinders right now, and that bodes well for us. I don't know if it bodes well for the people who are going to play, but I don't think our kids really, have a mindset of anyone that they want to play or the playoffs. It's just that we got to keep on playing. We're 8-1, try to go 1-0 next week and go 9-1, and whatever happens after that happens. But for me, the single most important thing is football is cumulative, and we need to keep on getting better, and I think we're getting better. All right, thanks, guys.